Welcome to the Becoming Equal Project. This video series is going to explain everything you need, want, or would like to know about the LGBTQ+ community. We will be dividing each category into 4 different topics in 4 different seasons: biological sex, gender identity, gender expression, and attraction. This is season 1. In these episodes, we will be diving into biological sex and what our DNA adds us up to be. So, let's start with the basics. Our bodies are made up of chromosomes that define what we are, either male or female. Before we dive into season 1 and our first topic, let's remember that your sex is biological, but your gender identity is who you are. If we look at the biological way of determining a person's sex, we would look at chromosomes. Now, if you were to look at chromosome pair 23, XX for female and XY for male, the differences between the sexes are apparent. The Y chromosome is much shorter than its corresponding X chromosome. Despite its size, the Y chromosome carries 2 of the most essential genes for a male. One of these genes determines the maleness of the human species. It triggers the sexless gonads to become testes in the male. Otherwise, they stay up in the abdomen to become ovaries for the female. In other terms, it is chromosome pair 23 from the female that determines what sex the developing embryo will ultimately become after conception. The noticeable physical differences between the sexes, such as facial hair, broader hips, or shoulders, are influenced by a number of androgens and estrogens, 2 chemicals of the steroid family, that are released into our bloodstream. The most significant differences occur during the development of our secondary sex characteristics at the beginning of puberty. Estrogen is present in both sexes, more so in women than in men, and are produced from the chemical breakdown of testosterone, which is also present in the blood of both sexes. Fun fact, testosterone is produced in both the testes and the ovaries because the testes in the human male were once ovaries. The male or female genitalia starts to form as early as week 6 of pregnancy. During fetal development, a chemical in the male body triggers a sequence that causes them to descend into the lower level into the scrotum to become the testes. But what we learn in future episodes is that sometimes our biological makeup is not as clear to us at birth. Or as we grow up and get older and understand our gender, the gender we were assigned at birth doesn't necessarily mean it is a gender we identify with. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you in episode 2. Bye!